Charania just tweeted that the Hornets and Wizards are interested in Donovan Mitchell. I made a video about this like a few weeks ago. Somebody else tweeted this. Look at Charania being late. I forget who originally tweeted it. Maybe it was Shams, but basically this is interesting. So basically, according to Charania, and he wrote a story on The Athletic. We'll talk about it right now. So let's right now talk about the fact how a deal for our man Donovan Mitchell looks like for the Wizards. I've said this before in a video we made 2 weeks ago when this originally was reported. I think really it was by Shams Charania. Now this deal, I believe, will have to be centered around Kyle Kuzma. And I think personally the best deal that they can do is basically trade so I think they need to keep Denny Avdia, Corey Kispert, Kristaps Porzingis, Bradley Beal, Will Barton, DeLon Wright, and Monte Morris. Right there, you have 7 guys. Okay, if you trade, I don't know if you can include Taj Gibson in this deal, and they just signed him, so I think you have to wait a certain amount of days. But if you include basically Isaiah Todd, you got yourselves Anthony Gill, Rui Hachimura, Kyle Kuzma. Okay, you can send them like 7 players in exchange for. And a few picks for Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion. It wouldn't be that hard. You can send them Rui Hachimura, Johnny Davis, Daniel Gafford, Anthony Gill, Vernon Carey, Isaiah Todd. And I guess, I don't know if they can include Taj Gibson and then maybe some picks. That way you have Donovan Mitchell, Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, Will Barton, Monte Morris, DeLon Wright, Denny Avdia, Corey Kispert. And that's like 8 deep. All you need to do is go get some vets for the roster. That team's contending, baby, in my opinion. I think that's like legitimately a good ass, because then your backcourt is Bradley Beal, Monte Morris, Will Barton, Donovan Mitchell. Okay? Then you have the wing rotation, Denny Avdia, Corey Kispert, a little bit of Will Barton. And then you have yourselves at center, Kristaps Porzingis, power forward, does become a little bit of a question mark now that you've traded all those guys. So maybe you start Denny Avdia power forward and Corey Kispert at small forward. Then you go out into free agency, and there's still guys out there like Carmelo and Dennis Schroeder that you can help fill out the roster that I think wouldn't necessarily be that bad of options. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. What do you guys think of this whole situation, and how would you guys go about it? Are you guys on the same page as me, or are you guys thinking that this is a situation that they should, I think it's just interesting looking at it, because I think the Wizards, obviously they would have to go back into free agency and it'd be a big thing, but dude, oh my god, Beal, Mitchell, and Porzingis, ooh baby, that team could be good defensively but as well offensively. Now I know it might be easier for a Hornets trade to get done because of what is being requested, and the Hornets have more young assets, one might argue. And those young assets, let's talk about it. They could add JT Thor, Kai Jones, Jalen McDaniels, Nick Richards, PJ Washington, James Bouknight, and Kelly Oubre in one big old package with a bow on it with a couple picks sprinkled on top. And I think that could really move the needle for a said team like the Utah Jazz. They'd get like 7 young guys, okay? And then they'd also, just thinking about it, I just can see that team just licking their chops at the thought at just getting a deal like that, which, I think we all would agree that they would benefit quite nicely from. And obviously it's an interesting situation with everything that's going on. Obvious for me, I think I would want, because I'm a Wizards fan right there. I got a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey hanging that I got as a kid when I was like 6 or 7 or 8. I don't even remember. I was young. I was a little pub. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely something people need to understand, that it's a lot. This deal could be something. And I think the Hornets one is a bit more interesting. Again, if you center around, it's not going to be around Gordon Hayward. But if you do Kelly Oubre, PJ Washington, James Bouknight, Kai Jones, Jalen McDaniels, Nick Richards, and JT Thor, that's a big haul of young guys who are on contracts long term that definitely a team like the Jazz would be more interested in the package that hypothetically the Wizards could offer, as the Wizards, one would argue it would be more of a salary dump, and you would just have to rely on the picks getting the job done, because there wouldn't be as many young guys to hopefully develop like if you did a deal with, the Hornets. Now, also shout out Charania for putting out this information last time. The last time we heard it was Charania who originally reported about this. So shout out Shams for getting this right the first time through. So again, guys, I want to hear your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of all this? Whose side are you guys on? And where do you want to see these guys go and why? But that's basically it for me today. I hope you guys do have a great day. And I think, look, that's basically it. There's nothing else really to talk about. So have a good one, guys. I do very much love y'all. And take care. Bye-bye.